There's something nobody tells you about getting older. It's not just about gray hairs or creaky knees. It's the tiredness. It's that quiet, creeping fatigue that doesn't go away even after a full night's sleep. You wake up, and instead of feeling refreshed, you feel flat. You move slower, think slower. Everything just feels heavier. But here's the thing, you don't have to feel like that. What if the way you feel every day, your energy, your mood, your ability to enjoy life isn't just about age? What if it's about what you're feeding your body? And what if a few simple changes in what you eat could bring back the spark that you thought was gone for good? Let's start with something we all feel but rarely talk about. After 60, it's not unusual to feel tired more often. But that doesn't mean it's normal. You may think, well, I'm older now. Of course I'm going to feel this way. But there are people in their 70s and 80s who wake up early, go for walks, garden, play with their grandkids, even start new hobbies. They radiate something most of us crave: energy, vitality, joy. So what's the difference? Yes, genetics matter. Yes, activity matters. But more than anything else, your food shapes how you feel. It all starts in the gut. Let's talk about digestion as we age. Our digestive system becomes less efficient. We absorb fewer nutrients. Our gut microbiome, the community of bacteria in our intestines, starts to change. And guess what? That tiny ecosystem inside us controls far more than digestion. It affects our energy, our mood, our immune system, even our brain function. So when your gut is off, you feel it everywhere. That's why the first key to staying energetic after 60 is feeding your gut what it needs, not supplements. Not miracle pills, just real living foods. Fermented foods, your gut's best friend. Let's start simple. Fermented foods, yogurt, kefir, kimchi, miso, sauerkraut, pickled vegetables. These foods are packed with probiotics. The good bacteria your gut needs to function. They help improve digestion, reduce bloating, and even regulate mood by supporting serotonin production. Yes, your happiness begins in your belly. One study from Harvard showed that people who regularly eat fermented foods report better moods, fewer depressive symptoms, and more consistent energy throughout the day. You don't have to eat a bowl of kimchi every morning. Just adding a serving of yogurt to breakfast or a side of miso soup to dinner can make a difference. Fiber, nature's broom. Now that you're adding good bacteria, it's time to feed them. And what do they love most? Fiber? Fiber isn't just for digestion. It helps stabilize your blood sugar, no more sugar crashes. Lower your cholesterol, reduce inflammation, keep you feeling full and light. Where do you find it? Fruits, legumes, whole grains, the foods nature designed us to eat. One of the best sources of fiber and energy after 60? Oats in the morning. Add some chia seeds and a few berries, and you've got a breakfast that fuels you for hours. But what if you don't feel like eating? Here's something emotional that many people don't say out loud. After 60, some people lose the joy of eating. You eat just to eat. Or worse, you skip meals, eat processed snacks, or microwave what's easy, and slowly, without noticing, you lose color, not just in your plate, but in your life. Food isn't just fuel, it's memory, it's comfort, it's care, bringing energy. And joy back to your meals isn't about eating healthy in the way the world screams at you. It's about eating in a way that brings your body back to life. Even one nourishing meal a day can be the beginning of that shift. Let me tell you about Kina. She's 67, lives alone since her husband passed. She was eating crackers and soup from a can most nights, tired all the time, snapping at her daughter, sleeping more than she wanted to. Then one day her neighbor brought over homemade lentil soup. It's lentils, carrots, tomatoes, and garlic. The next morning, Anita felt lighter, not just in her stomach, but in her chest. Like something inside her had woken up. That was the start. Now every Sunday, she batch cooks a big pot of soup with beans and greens. Her daughter joins her. They laugh. They freeze portions. For the week, her face glows now. She has color, energy. She smiles with her eyes again. It started with one meal. So if you've been feeling tired, forgetful, dull. If your body feels older than your age, start there. Start with one meal in the next part. We'll dive deeper into the specific foods that power your brain and uplift your mood so that you not only move better, but feel better from the inside out. Because after 60, food isn't just about what's on your plate, it's about what's possible for your life. Let's take a breath here. You've made it to 60 or 65, maybe even 70. That alone is a gift to life rich with memories, wisdom, and stories. But now something deeper is calling. You want to not just exist, but feel alive again. You want energy, not just to get through the day, but to enjoy it. In this part, we'll talk about the foods that help your mind stay sharp, your mood stay bright, and your heart feel full. Because after 60, it's not just about adding years to your life. It's about adding life to your years. Let's start with your brain. Have you noticed your memory slipping just a little? Forgetting why you walked into the room? Misplacing your glasses again? You're not alone. As we age, our brain undergoes natural changes. But those changes don't have to steal your clarity or creativity. What you eat has a direct impact on how your brain functions. And that's not just feel-good talk. It's science. A landmark study published in the journal Neurology found that people over 60 who followed a nutrient-rich, Mediterranean-style diet had less brain shrinkage and better memory than those who didn't after just a few months. So, what should be on your plate? Omega-3 South? Food for thought? Your brain is made up of nearly 60% fat, so it makes sense that healthy fats play a huge role in how well it works. The best of the best? Omega-3 fatty acids, they reduce inflammation in the brain, support memory, and help prevent age-related mental decline. Where to find them? Fatty fish, like salmon, sardines, trout, and mackerel, chia seeds, flax seeds, and walnuts, avocados, and extra virgin olive oil even just. 2 servings of fish per week can significantly improve brain function and reduce your risk of cognitive decline. And for vegetarians, chia pudding with almond milk is a brain-loving dessert. Antioxidants, the brain's defense team, another key to keeping your brain sharp. Antioxidants, they protect your cells, including brain cells, from oxidative stress and damage caused by free radicals. Top sources include berries, especially blueberries, spinach, kale, dark chocolate, yes, in moderation. Green tea, imagine this. You sit by your window in the morning, sunlight pouring in, you sip a warm cup of green tea, eat a bowl of oatmeal topped with blueberries and walnuts. That's not just breakfast, that's medicine for your mind. Food for your mood, what many people don't realize is that your emotional state is deeply connected to what you eat. The gut and the brain are in constant conversation through something called the gut-brain axis. That means if your gut is inflamed, out of balance, or poorly nourished, you'll feel it as anxiety, irritability, brain fog, depression. Let's turn that around. Whole grains and complex carbs. Your moods. Foundation carbohydrates aren't the enemy. The right carbs are essential for your mood. They help your body produce serotonin, your natural feel-good chemical. Choose quinoa, brown rice, sweet potatoes, steel-cut oats, whole grain bread. Avoid the ultra-processed stuff, white bread, sugary cereal, instant noodles. They spike your blood sugar and then crash your energy and mood instead. Imagine a warm bowl of roasted sweet potato, quinoa, and sautéed spinach, drizzled with olive oil and lemon, comforting, nourishing, and energizing all at once. The magical micronutrients. It's the small things that make the biggest difference. Let's talk magnesium, vitamin B12, and vitamin D. All 3 are crucial for mood regulation and energy. And all 3 are commonly low in people over 60. Magnesium helps you relax, sleep better, and reduces feelings of stress. Find it in leafy greens, almonds, pumpkin seeds. Dark chocolate. Vitamin B12 keeps your brain sharp and your nerves healthy. But as we age, our stomach produces less acid to absorb it from food. Eat eggs, salmon, fortified cereals, or talk to your doctor about a supplement. Vitamin D, the sunshine vitamin, plays a key role in fighting depression and fatigue. If you don't get much sun, try mushrooms, fortified plant milks, fatty fish, or a supplement if your doctor recommends it. Emotional nourishment matters too. Sometimes, the biggest energy drain isn't physical, it's emotional. Loneliness, grief, feeling forgotten. That's why what we eat isn't just about nutrients, it's also about connection. Eating with others even just once a week can lift your spirits in ways a supplement never will. Cooking a meal with your partner, your children, your neighbors, sharing soup and stories, laughing over something small. Those are the moments that feed your soul. What to watch out for? You don't need to follow a perfect diet. But here are a few things to cut back if you want to feel truly alive. Excess sugar. It spikes your energy, then crashes it hard. It also fuels inflammation. Ultra-processed foods. They may be easy, but they rob your body of real nourishment. Too much caffeine. 1 cup in the morning is fine, but beyond that, it can interfere with sleep and make anxiety worse. Alcohol. A glass of wine might be relaxing, but too much interferes with digestion, liver function, and brain clarity. You deserve to feel good. It's not about dieting. It's not about restriction. It's about giving your body the love it's been quietly asking for all along. Because when you nourish yourself, deeply physically and emotionally, you start to notice changes. You wake up with more energy. Your mind feels clearer. You're not snapping at people like before. Even catch yourself smiling in the mirror. It's not magic. It's real food, real care, real transformation, and you deserve that. In part 3, we'll explore the easiest, most joyful way to make these food changes stick and die. How to build a daily rhythm that keeps you energized and emotionally fulfilled without stress or overwhelm. Because after 60, food isn't a rule book. It's a love letter to your life. Let's pause together for a second. Take a deep breath. You've walked through years of life, carrying memories, lessons, joys, and, yes, wounds too. At this stage, life begins to whisper a deeper truth. It's not about rushing anymore. It's about returning gently to yourself. In this final part, we'll focus on how to create simple, joyful habits that support your body, lift your spirit, and help you fall back in love with life after 60. No rigid rules, no impossible meal plans. Just real food, real grace, and real results. Start small. Stay consistent. Most people fail to eat better, not because they don't care, but because they're overwhelmed. They try to change everything at once. But after 60, the magic lies in tiny, doable steps. Let's say you just start with breakfast, instead of sugary cereal or skipping it altogether. You make warm oatmeal with chia seeds and blueberries, a boiled egg and whole grain toast, a smoothie with banana, spinach, and almond milk. That's enough. For now, because the truth is, small habits done daily change lives. They build trust with your body. They tell your soul, I care. And when that voice gets louder, you start wanting more for yourself, more vibrancy, more connection, more peace. Build a rhythm that feels like you'll forget rigid schedules. Instead, think in terms of rhythm. Your body loves routine, not out of discipline, but out of safety. Create a gentle structure around food that feels comforting. Here's a simple daily pattern. Many people over 60 find healing. Morning, nourish, and hydrate. Warm lemon water or herbal tea light breakfast with protein and fiber midday. Main meal with most calories. Lean protein like grilled fish or tofu colorful veggies. A healthy carb like brown rice or sweet potato afternoon. Light movement and mindful snack. Apple with almond butter. Handful of nuts a walk. Around the block, evening light and calming. Vegetable soup, herbal tea, no screens 1 hour before bed. This rhythm respects your changing metabolism, supports digestion, and protects your sleep. But it's flexible. Miss a meal. Just crave something sweet. Enjoy it mindfully. You're not dieting, you're caring. Stock your kitchen with life-giving foods. You don't need a fancy pantry. Just a few key staples can transform the way you feel every day. Here's a healing. After 60 grocery starter list. Fridge, fresh leafy greens, spinach, arugula, kale berries, and bananas, eggs, Greek yogurt or plant-based alternatives, hummus, Cooked brown rice or quinoa, ready to reheat lemon and fresh herbs pantry. Oats, chia seeds. Flax seeds, canned beans like chickpeas. Black beans, whole grain pasta or brown rice noodles, extra virgin olive oil, low sodium vegetable broth freezer, frozen veggies, broccoli, carrots, edamame frozen salmon, fillets, or plant-based protein. Whole grain bread with these on hand. You'll always be a few minutes away from a real, soul-filling meal. Make it easy to choose what's good for you. Don't need willpower, you need an environment that supports you. Try this. Put cut fruit or veggie sticks in clear containers at eye level in the fridge. Keep your vitamins and supplements next to your coffee mug so you never forget. Create a little tea station where you pause and check in with yourself each afternoon. Prep a few meals in advance on Sundays so you don't have to think when you're tired. Make healthy choices the default, not the struggle. Your body has changed. Your worth hasn't. After 60, your digestion slows. Your muscle mass decreases. Your hormones shift. That's biology, not failure. So be gentle with yourself. Listen more. Judge less. If you've gained weight, lost your appetite, or feel weak, start. With compassion, not criticism. Your body has been with you through everything, and it's still trying to take care of you. You are not past your prime. You are ripening into a wiser, softer, more radiant version of yourself. Eating is a form of self-respect toning. Of the quietest but most powerful acts of healing is this: feeding yourself like someone you love, not punishing yourself, not ignoring your needs, not numbing with sugar or starving to feel in control, but instead saying, I matter. My energy matters, and my joy matters. My life still has so much beauty left. What? Because it does. Imagine lighting a candle before dinner. Imagine blessing your food with gratitude before the first bite. Imagine making a beautiful plate, even if it's just for you. These small rituals awaken something deep inside, the memory that you are sacred. You're not alone. One of the hardest parts about changing your eating after 60. The emotional loneliness. Maybe your spouse doesn't eat like you. Maybe you live alone. Maybe you miss the family dinners you used to have every Sunday. Food is emotional. It holds grief. It holds memories, and that's okay. But healing begins when you make peace with the plate in front of you today, just as it is. Call a friend and cook together on Zoom. Join a local group for walking or potlucks. Start a Sunday soup. Tradition with neighbors or grandkids. Connection fuels your health just as much as nutrition. Begin again every day. You don't have to be perfect. You don't have to get it right today. Just begin. Every morning is a new chance to choose love over fear, nourishment over numbness, presence over autopilot, and every bite of real food. Every moment you honor your body. You're not just aging well, you're living deeply. Because after 60, it's the most beautiful truth is this: you still have time. Time to feel energized. Time to feel joyful. Time to cook, to laugh, to nourish, to heal. And it all begins with the simple act of choosing food that loves you back. Closing words for the audience. You're not just here to survive. You're here to feel fully alive, so the next time you stand in front of the fridge, ask yourself, what would someone who loves me want me to eat? Then feed yourself with care, because you deserve to feel good in your body every single day. Thank you for walking this journey with us. Until next time, stay well, eat well, live with joy.